And also just in fresh perspective on how New Yorkers feel about their governor, Andrew Cuomo, as he deals with harassment allegations and fallout from that nursing home scandal. For this Emerson College NewsNation poll, we talked with about 700 New Yorkers just this week, and that data released just minutes ago. Some key findings here. Governor Cuomo's job approval rating came in at just 38%, and a majority, 64% of respondents, say he should not be reelected for a fourth term next year. Nearly all of the participants, 90%, are aware of the sexual harassment allegations. 44% are not sure whether or not they believe them. 38% believe he is guilty. 18% say he is not guilty. On the governor's handling of the reporting of nursing home deaths, 92% do say they know about it, and a majority, 59%, say they are somewhat or very dissatisfied with his response. 14% feel unsure or neutral, and the remaining 27% say they felt somewhat or very satisfied. And there's a lot more in a brand new poll, including data on whether New Yorkers think he should resign. You can read the entire thing, including specifics on our methodology, at newsnationnow.com. And if you have our app, we just pushed the link to your smartphone. Also breaking right now, leaders in the New York State legislature are announcing plans to strip Governor Cuomo of the emergency powers given to him at the start of the pandemic. And this comes as calls mount for the governor to resign from his post over those sexual misconduct allegations. NewsNation reporter James Ford is in New York and has the latest.
The photo in the New York Times article is pretty damning. He is grabbing a woman's face without her consent. She has expressed very clearly that she was made to feel very uncomfortable.
Outrage over this unwanted encounter between Governor Andrew Cuomo and a woman in her early 30s at a wedding 2 years ago, photographed by a friend who said they'd also felt uneasy. The woman, Anna Ruck, told the New York Times that the governor touched her back, which was exposed in her evening gown. She said she removed his hand, and then he held her cheeks and said, quote, "Can I kiss you?" unquote. She said she pulled back, and he kissed her anyway, reaching her cheek. New York State Senator Jessica Ramos thinks the governor should step down.
I support the resignation of the governor. Too many New Yorkers haven't received any economic relief or support during this time. So many of us have lost loved ones throughout this disaster, and now we're learning that he's disrespecting women. At some point, we have to say enough is enough.
She's one of more than half a dozen state legislators calling for Cuomo's ouster. They were joined today at the federal level by Congresswoman Kathleen Rice, who tweeted, quote, "The time has come. The governor must resign," end quote. Meanwhile, State Attorney General Letitia James is now setting up an investigation into the accusations of sexual misconduct by the governor. Two women who'd worked in his administration, Lindsay Boylan and Charlotte Bennett, have publicly made accusations against him.
The AG designates a person in a law firm or a law firm to conduct this investigation of the governor.
John Jay legal professor and former Assembly member Dan Feldman helped to write the law under which the Attorney General is now carrying out the investigation. The independent law firm she chooses will be able to subpoena documents and other evidence and force people to testify, including Governor Cuomo himself. But Feldman warns that while it's the Attorney General's job to pursue complaints against the governor, her office is also tasked, ironically, with defending him. It's why there's a demand that the investigation be independent.
The AG must create a wall of separation.
The most important factor here is ensuring that the person conducting the investigation is free of influence from the governor in any way, shape, or form.
James Ford, NewsNation.